All right, guys, this is Rob of the SteelTwins coming at you with week 2 predictions. Week 1 is officially in the books. Now we are on to week 2 of NFL football, and it looks like we have some solid matchups coming up here. But today I have a guest with me today, an OG member of the Discord, Supercook. How you doing, bro?
Doing great, brother.
How about them Steelers, huh?
Damn.
Starting off week 1, starting off good, starting off hot.
Hey, Boz, bro.
Pay Boz, man, 60 yards, man, the Wizard of Boz, man.
Longest of his career.
Big time. Came in clutch like he always does. Huge shout out to the sponsor of this video. I want to give a thanks to ProfitX for sponsoring with us for the entirety of the NFL season. ProfitX is America's #1 sports prediction market where you can win real money predicting sports in 40 or more states. The best part about ProfitX is other sports books will be against the house and they'll take a certain commission from you. ProfitX is a peer-to-peer sports prediction exchange where users play against other players, other people, instead of playing against the house. And this allows you guys to select your own odds and request your own plays for the entire NFL season or for any sports you guys want with ProfitX. Users can accept existing odds posted by the house or other players if they want. But of course, if you don't like the odds, the best part is you can request your own. That way you get better value, real competition, and you can win on your own terms. So that's the best part about ProfitX, guys. If you guys are interested in using ProfitX for the NFL season, check them out. The link in the description box below. Sign up now at profitx.co. Use the promo code SteelTwins and you'll get up to $200 when you use the site just for signing up. So sign up now. Begin winning real money predicting sports. Terms and conditions apply. Again, link down in the description. Code SteelTwins at profitx.co. Huge shout out to ProfitX for sponsoring with us on this video. NFL Week 2, we got Thursday night game, which looks pretty solid. It is the Washington Commanders at the Green Bay Packers. What is your prediction here?
Oh, I feel like this one's going to be a shootout because they're both really high-powered offenses. Then they both have Jaden Daniels a little bit inconsistent at the quarterback position, I think personally.
Okay.
So I think because Green Bay has a more consistency at quarterback with Jordan Love, I'm picking Green Bay in this one.
Yeah, see, I see this as a future NFL or NFC playoff matchup. I know that's way down the line, that ain't until January, but just based off the talent that these two teams possess, and both of them were playoff teams last year, you know, it's not far-fetched, but an early glimpse at that. Both teams are solid. Both teams are coming off strong wins of week 1 in good fashion at that. The Commanders, I mean, they got a young team with a second-year coach in Dan Quinn in his time with Washington. Jaden Daniels still looks good. You know, they got a solid group of targets, a very good young defense at that. But they are on the road.
Second or third? Sorry to cut you off, but is Jaden in his second or third year?
This would be a second year.
Oh, yeah, so he's still a little new. I think I'm going to go with one of the young gun over Love here.
No, yeah, I get that, but they are on the road in Green Bay, who, of course, you know,
yeah, you're right.
have a lot of momentum, just based off the Micah Parsons edition, who came up with a sack against Detroit. And
yeah.
Green Bay, they're a good team. You know, they got a great head coach, a very good quarterback in Love. Jacobs is a great back. They drafted Matthew Golden in the first to pair with that very good receiving group. And that defense is young. It's filled with talent. Their front seven is good. It's going to be a tough battle for both teams in this one, but I think I'm going to go with the home team and Green Bay to get the win as they go 2-0.
Okay.
Sunday games. We start off with a not so pleasing one here. Jacksonville at Cincinnati. What's your prediction?
Bengals put the belt to ass.
You think Bengals beat Cincinnati? Wait, no, you think Bengals beat Jacksonville? Jeez.
Yeah. Jacksonville is they're just dog shit.
I'm not convinced by Jacksonville. I'm to be real with you, I'm surprised that Jacksonville actually beat Carolina because I thought Carolina would pull off the upset. But I don't even know what's going on with Carolina. I mean, just both teams are just not great. I'm just not convinced with Jacksonville. I'm not convinced with Lawrence. I know ETN went off, which was a big part of their win. He went off for a great game.
Basically, I think if Cincinnati can shut down ETN, they're cooked.
Cincinnati stopping somebody defensively? I don't know about that, man. Their defense is... They got some...
their defense is... I keep forgetting their defense is dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, their defense, they got some names, but they're not consistent. though they did pick
Right.
off Joe Flacco twice last week.
But it's Joe Flacco.
Yeah, a 40-year-old Joe Flacco at that. So it's like, it's not really saying
Yeah,
a whole hell of a lot. But I'm going to say Bengals here because I'm just not convinced by Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think especially if like Cincinnati can contain like not only ETN but also Hunter,
Mhm.
they're effed.
Yeah, big time. And Hunter, I really didn't hear his name a lot last week when it came to
Neither did
Jacksonville.
I.
Might take a bit of time, and he might go off against this Bengals defense. I would not be surprised by that. But I still see Cincinnati getting the win, especially offensively. If Chase can get going, then best of luck, Jacksonville, really.
Okay.
Next, we got the Russell Wilson-led New York Giants at the Dallas
Versus
Cowboys.
Okay, let's see. The Giants against one of the biggest laughingstocks in the NFL. It depends on what can Russ get a good chemistry with his receivers.
Yeah, last week he really couldn't, from what I've seen.
That would be my main concern, which I think would be the difference factor between that matchup between them.
Mm-hmm.
Because come on, the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, like,
who's scared of the Cowboys?
not many teams, man. I know I'm not.
Exactly. I'm gonna go under. But I am gonna kind of go the underdog here, as they're considered most of the time. I'm going the Giants.
Okay, bold. That's bold. I mean, it's not far-fetched. It's not, because Dallas defensively wasn't really able to do much week one. They did limit A.J. Brown, I will say that. Brown hardly got involved, but Barkley still did his thing. Hurts still did his thing with his legs and whatnot. But the Giants are just not that great. They're not. I know they have Nabbers. They have Tracy. Both were very good rookies last year, looking to be anchor pieces for that offense down the road. But Russell Wilson at quarterback, just his first game as a Giant, it wasn't good, to a point that apparently DeBull wasn't confident enough to call Russell Wilson the week 2 quarterback, but ultimately he decided to go with Russ because it's way too early for Dart. You know, you're not going to sit Russ after week 1.
You're not. Yeah, he's not going to make the same mistake the Steelers did with Kenny tossing him to the Wolves.
Yeah, big time. But I still think Dallas gets this win here. I just can't trust the Giants. I can't put my money on the Giants, and I'm not even a betting man. So I'm going to say Dallas at home. They get the first win of the season. It's against the Giants. A division rival, I guess it would be something. And maybe CD can actually catch some footballs this time around, right?
Yep.
Seriously. Next game, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. What's your prediction?
Ooh. I'm thinking this one could be a shootout. Because Caleb, I think, is getting better, sort of, with his timing and his throwing. I'm going to pick the underdog here. I'm going to go Chicago.
Chicago here, huh?
Yep.
All right. See, Chicago just yesterday, because this is being recorded on a Tuesday afternoon. Chicago, they started off fine against Minnesota Monday night, but after that opening drive, they offensively were non-existent. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know if it might just take a bit of time with Ben Johnson, his first game as Bears head coach. I don't know if it's going to take time for everybody to gel.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have a new head coach. Damn it.
Yeah, it's another new Bears head coach, huh? But I don't know. I felt like there were some throws that Caleb absolutely could have made, which would have helped the Bears take the game and win and start 1-0. But Williams just kind of missed his throws. It is his second year. It might take a bit of time. It might take a bit of adjusting. So it's just one of those things that it's probably going to have to be a patient factor for many people with Caleb Williams. The Lions, though, they did not look great against Green Bay. They have a first-year OC and DC, I believe. It's a new year for Detroit with different coordinators, and the Lions were just not that great. Gibbs was non-existent. St. Brown did what he could in the receiving game. Goff, I think he ended up throwing an interception. He had a turnover in that game. Just like with Ben Johnson and the Bears, it might take Detroit a bit of time for their new coordinators to kind of get used to things and adjust and just go through the learning curves with Detroit. I still consider Detroit a very good football team. You know, I mean, the talent says so, and Dan Campbell, he's one hell of a head coach. I just can't see, though they are division rivals, it's not far-fetched. I'm just not that convinced with the Bears yet. until they really show something consistently. Until then, I'm still going to view Detroit as a good football team. And since they're at home here, I'm going to say Detroit gets the win here and gets their first win on the season.
Okay.
Los Angeles Rams at the Tennessee Titans. What's your prediction?
I think I might go Rams here. Cam Ward has not had enough time to build a chemistry with the receivers on Tennessee, and I think just the way that their defense is, I think they'll be able to hold them,
Mm-hmm.
and I think LA pulls it out.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you saw the video of Cam Ward's father, who was at the game for Cam Ward's debut against the Broncos. It was during I think it was actually their final drive. Calvin Ridley dropped the ball, and Cam Ward's father got up and literally had to take a breather. He had to move away from his seat because he was disappointed by the drop there. So it might be a long season for Cam Ward's dad. But no, the Titans, they're gonna have Cam Ward starting at quarterback. They're gonna go through.
They're gonna go through some ups and downs. He's a rookie,
big time. I mean, it's not going to be an immediate impact for Cam Ward. He's going to go through his hoops and rings,
and also all that pressure of a number 1 overall pick,
and just not having consistent targets at that either. Like it's going to be a rough year for Tennessee. I don't see them as like a underdog as of right now. I don't see them as that. They could surprise me, but it's going to take a bit of time for Tennessee to get something going.
Okay.
But the Rams, they're still impressive. Devontae Adams had a good showing in his debut as a Ram. Puka Nacua still does his thing. Kyron Williams is still a good player. They got a young defense that, can contribute and do their thing. And plus, they're led by Sean McVay. You can never doubt him out. So I'm going to go with the Rams to get the win here.
Okay.
Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. What's your prediction?
Ooh. Let's see. What's New England's record in Miami again?
Right off the bat, I couldn't tell you, but I don't think it's
not good.
At least since Tom Brady left, it's not good. But then again, the Dolphins haven't been good at all.
Well, it's because their quarterback's getting a concussion by play 3.
Yeah, what is going on in Miami, man? Like they allowed the Colts to look very good. Daniel Jones of all people to look good.
Yeah, wow.
So does Miami get the win here, even at home? I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to go Miami.
I think I might go actually New England here. I think the curse stops. They get a win in Miami.
New England, they got talent. I mean, they have Mike Vrabel now as head coach. They got Drake May in his second year. They have Trevion Henderson at running back, which is filthy.
Yeah, that's just nasty.
Their receivers, I know they have Diggs. They have the one guy, Kendrick Bout or Butt, whatever you pronounce his last name. He went for 100 yards last week, which is a good showing. New England's got talent. But Miami, they got talent too. I just don't know what the situation is going on with Miami. Especially their head coach. He started off, good, and Tua looked good as soon as he stepped in as head coach. But over the years, they've just kind of been on a downward spiral. And it just wasn't too long ago where Miami was the number 1 scoring offense. They even had 70 points in a game at one time. Now they could barely get 10.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on with Miami. They're not convincing to a point that Tyreek Hill is getting frustrated on the sideline, and he might end up getting traded mid-season. I'm not going to dive into those rumors, not yet.
Yeah, same here.
It's going to be brought up. I'm not going to dive into it right here, but I'm just not convinced with Miami. I'm going to go with New England to get the win.
All right.
Next game, we have the San Francisco 49ers, who will not be without George Kittle for a minimum of 4 weeks. He was placed on IR not too long ago.
Ooh.
And Brock Purdy is dealing with a shoulder and toe injury that might sideline him in this game. Hence, Mac Jones might get the start versus the New Orleans Saints, who are just not good. What's your prediction?
Oh, this is a tough one. New quarterback.
When does Tyler Shook step in? Because right now it's Spencer Rattler.
I'm thinking they'll give I'm thinking Spencer could step up. I'm picking New Orleans here.
Really?
That's what I'm thinking.
See, with the offensive injuries, like anything's possible considering it is on the road. And it also depends on how Mac Jones does, and we all know he's not that great of a quarterback.
Yeah.
Though their defense is definitely what's going to have to keep them in this game, and that's what they did against Seattle last week, coming up with that clutch strip sack from Nick Bosa on Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And they got Robert Saleh back as DC, so there's some familiarity there, and he's picking up right where he left off for San Francisco, so good on him. I just can't trust New Orleans. I can't, and it just seems like every week they're putting Chris Olave in danger with whatever they scheme up with him.
Passes.
I don't understand it. I don't know. And we all know that we knew coming to the season, New Orleans was not going to be a good football team. Kellen Moore, if he's really going to be anything for New Orleans, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some real patience for Saints fans. But I got the Niners, even with the injuries that they keep on sustaining every year already, and we're in week 2. I think the Niners get the win on the road.
Okay.
Next game, we got a good matchup right here. AFC East battle, Buffalo at the New York Jets. What's your prediction?
I think I'm going to go with Buffalo here.
How about that comeback, huh?
That was nuts.
Well, they were down, 40-25 with 5 minutes left, and then the Ravens just choked the game away?
Yeah, wow.
Baltimore, what happened, huh? Henry, you couldn't hold on to the ball? Sheesh. Yeah. That comeback was great, though.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo here.
Yeah. The Bills, defensively, it's very concerning just based off week 1 because Henry did have a good game outside the fumble loss, which cost the Ravens the game. Their secondary is questionable at best. Josh Allen, he's obviously going to be having to carry that team for yet again another year. Though some of the targets did step up, like Keon Coleman, second-year receiver, he had a good game. James Cook is a very good running back. They got some guys offensively that can get the job done. Defensively, they may have a difficult task with the Jets after what Justin Fields did, a very intriguing and promising debut as the Jets quarterback with Breece Hall having 100 yards and Garrett Wilson being a true number 1. This should be a very fun battle. Might even be a shootout. Who knows with this game?
I agree.
But I think I'm going to go with Buffalo as they got the momentum right now after that big comeback win in primetime. I think they get the win here and go 2-0. Though I think the Jets can have a very solid performance and definitely put up a fight against Buffalo.
Yeah.
Big time. Next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks on the road at the Pittsburgh Steelers. What is your prediction for this one?
Ooh, I'm thinking this one's going to be a shootout, man. Well, I'm trying to not be biased because, as you know, I am a Steelers fan.
Oh, yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
I'm thinking we could pull it out, but it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, see, Seattle, they're a talented team. They got Mike McDonald, former Ravens DC, who was a good DC at that in his second year.
And pretty much knows our offense.
Yeah, we know him and he knows us. So this game, it could be more competitive than some people might even think, even with Sam Darnold at the helm at quarterback. It's a new culture, sort of to a degree, but, a lot of new faces there. DK will face his former team, the team that traded him away to the Steelers for a second-round pick. And this should be quite the matchup here. It's going to be a tough one for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go the Steelers here. I'm going to say they get the win here. In the home opener, they go 2-0. A-Rod had a very, very good debut of 4 passing touchdowns. The first time regular season-wise that has happened since, of course, Big Ben. That was back in 2020 when we beat the Bengals. Yeah, almost 5 years ago, dude. It's been a long time. So, A-Rod looked good. Let's hope he can stay consistent, keep that chemistry going with his targets with DK against his former team. Calvin Austin stepped up big time when nobody else really did. Austin's looking good. The O-line's got to protect A-Rod better, especially Broderick. Broderick, he has to step up.
Yeah.
The run game, hopefully there's more of a factor there, running the football, some more explosive runs. As long as the line can make the lanes and do their necessary stuff. Defensively, they got to play better. If they can stop the run, they can stop that running back committee between Walker and Zach Sherabon. if they can force Darnold to pass, I do like our chances. Though I'm not going to underestimate Seattle one bit, but I do got the Steelers going 2-0.
Same here.
Next game, we have an AFC North battle here. We got the Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. Do I need to ask you who you have?
You do not, dude. Baltimore all the way.
I know it could be, it's possible a revenge game for Joe Flacco, but let's be real here. There's no way, right?
No.
If Baltimore falls to 0-2, I will laugh my ass off.
Same.
Real talk, but there's no way that happens. This is my lock of the year. I mean, Baltimore's going to get the victory. They're going to get the first one. Cleveland, I actually feel sorry for you, but they are the Browns. So, like, what do you expect from Cleveland?
Yeah, and they still have Deshaun Watson on their roster. They can't cut him.
Yeah, that's really biting them, isn't it? God, Cleveland, the Browns are the Browns.
Yep.
Next game, we got the Denver Broncos at the Indianapolis Colts. What's your pick here?
Okay. In Colts, Denver. Who's the starting quarterback for Denver again?
Bo Nix. Had a good rookie year.
True. I think I'm going to go with Denver here.
You don't think Indianapolis goes 2-0? You don't think Denny dimes it up again?
I think it'll come down to the final play.
It could. This game could be very close here. I will say this: Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, he looked impressive. Though I don't know what's going on with Miami. They just might be that bad defensively. But he will have a more legit challenge against Denver because their defense has a lot more credibility. They got a legit DC defensive coordinator. A lot of good players there. Michael Pittman's going against Pat Surtain. That should be a fun matchup.
That's going to be a bloodbath.
It is. You know, it's going to be fun there. The Colts, I don't think they go 2-0. I don't. It's going to be more difficult for Daniel Jones to go up against the Broncos defense. And the Broncos offense, they can do what they are able to do. Bo Nix is still looking pretty decent, connecting with his targets. Dobbins is looking solid in his Bronco debut. They got RJ Harvey too, who had some good runs as a rookie. So I think I'm gonna go with Denver here. I think they go 2-0 Denver.
Okay.
Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers at the Arizona Cardinals. What is your prediction?
All right. Are these guys weren't both their quarterbacks number one picks?
Yes, they were.
Yeah, number one pick against number one pick. Main difference being one can actually see over his offensive line.
Yes, Kyler's small. He's very tiny. His hair is taller than him. But I'm not sure if you've seen the clip. Like, he was doing a press conference. Like, he was wearing a beanie. The beanie stood out more than his size.
Yeah.
God.
I think I might go Carolina here.
Carolina? Okay. All right. See, I don't know. Like, I like Carolina's talent. I like what their head coach, I think it's Canellis or whatever, Dave Canellis. I like what he's trying to build. Last season, Bryce Young toward the tail end looked solid. He was connecting. I don't know what last week was. With Carolina, wasn't a really good showing. Maybe they bounce back here, but Arizona looked good. Granted, it was against the Saints and whatnot. Anybody could look good against the Saints, but I don't know. Both teams are somewhat intriguing. You know, they got some talent, some guys coming into their second year that could, you know, really step up and really do something. But considering that Arizona is at home, I think Arizona gets a victory here. Though I could see this being, you know, a very tough battle here for Arizona. Extremely close, and it could come down to a field goal. But I think Arizona escapes with victory. Next game, we have a Super Bowl rematch already. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Kansas City Chiefs. What is your prediction for this one?
This one's going to be tough. They're both really strong teams. They're both really consistent.
No doubt.
I think I'm gonna go Kansas City here. I think Mahomes. I think I'm gonna go Kansas City here.
Kansas City. All right. See, I mean, we all saw what Philadelphia did in the Super Bowl. They just obliterated Kansas City, and that was a great watch. I'm not going to lie there. Kansas City, they did lose, surprisingly, at least in my eyes, surprisingly to the Chargers. Justin Herbert looked very, very good. Um, it's hard to envision Kansas City going or starting the season 0-2. But Philadelphia, they did lose some names, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But at the same time, they know how to draft people. They know how to grab talent and replace talent. I mean, Philadelphia is still a good football team. And if Kansas City just can't figure out a way to contain Jalen Hurts or even Saquon Barkley at that, it's going to be a
Paying the refs.
It's going to be a long it's going to be a long day for Kansas City. I'm actually going to go Philadelphia to get the win here on the road. I know it's hard to envision Kansas City starting off 0-2, but I'm going to take that gamble here. I say Philly gets the victory.
Okay.
Next game, Sunday night, we have the
28-3 versus. I'm sorry, that joke will never get old.
No, it won't. It won't. But we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Minnesota Vikings. We have Michael Penix versus JJ McCarthy again. Back from their college days, the national championship not too long ago. What's your pick?
Ooh. These are both good offenses with great talent. I think Minnesota edges them last second.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
See, I think I'm going to agree there because Minnesota, they did a very good comeback victory Monday night against the Bears. McCarthy, it was his first game, and he started off very slow. He even threw a pick six in that game. But they were able to finish the game with 3 straight drives. McCarthy having 3 total touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 rushing. McCarthy grew as the game went along. He was able to build chemistry with his targets, especially Jefferson. McCarthy overall had a solid night in his debut with the Vikings. Now that he's on primetime again, we'll see what he can do. But he is going up against a team like Atlanta that's led with a defensive head coach. Atlanta has a lot of solid talent. You know, they got Michael Penix, starting at quarterback, his true first year starting. From the game that he started, he's showing glimpses, he's showing talent. We'll see if he can be more consistent at that. Penix last week, he looked real solid for Atlanta. This should be an intriguing game here. I don't think it'll be a shootout. I don't think it'll be heavily defensive, but I think it'll be certainly a back and forth kind of game, if you know what I mean. Something that's, it's going to be fun to watch, especially with 2 young quarterbacks who were both first rounders last year's draft. But I'm going to go with Minnesota since they're home here. I'm going to say they get the win here. Now we got Monday night games. We actually have a double-headed Monday night. We have, to start off, we have Tampa Bay at Houston. What's your prediction?
This one, ooh. I'm thinking this one goes Tampa's way.
Tampa Bay, I'm gonna agree on that. Because Houston, I don't know what's going on specifically with CJ Stroud. Since his rookie season, he hasn't really been as crazy of a quarterback or as consistent of a quarterback. Especially last week against the Rams. The Texans' offense was just not clicking. They couldn't get anything rushing the ball. He wasn't even able to click with guys like Nico Collins or whatnot. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully Houston can try to figure it out because they do have a lot of very, very good talent on that offensive side of the ball. Their defense, I mean, that's basically what's going to have to carry their team, if not in this game, all season, with the guys that they got, of course, led by Will Anderson. And DeMeco Ryans a head coach. Houston still, in my eyes, they got a lot of talent, a good football team. They just still got to work some stuff out, especially offensively. Tampa Bay, I mean, Baker's still slinging it. He's doing very well in his 3rd year starting as Tampa Bay quarterback. He threw 3 touchdowns. I think 2 of them was to Igbuka in his rookie debut. Igbuka, filling in nicely for Jalen McMillan, who's out with injury for quite a bit. Chris Godwin's still recovering from his injury. He won't be back for a matter of weeks. Ibuka stepped up when Mike Evans wasn't really getting involved, which is something that you want to see from a first-round receiver. And Tampa Bay's defense is able to do what they need to do, rush the pasture and just able to just do their part. And Tampa Bay's a good football team. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay to
Yeah.
get the victory here.
Yeah,
But to
same
finish,
here.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Same here.
Yeah. And to finish off the week 2 predictions, we have the Los Angeles Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. What's your prediction?
Let's see. FU Spanos versus Vegas. I actually might go Vegas here.
Vegas at home?
Vegas at home.
Yeah, see, it's a new...
No. Here's my concern. It's mainly because the Chargers will have a lead, but you know what they do when they have leads.
Yes, we do.
Choke.
They almost did last week, but Herbert was able to pull off the victory against Kansas City.
But you have to remember that was just 1 week.
It was just 1 week, like the Chargers, they get lucky every once in a while, but
every once in a while, yeah.
It's like a blue moon. It's rare. Though the Chargers do have talent, they have a lot of studs on that team. Jim Harbaugh's leading the charge in his second year. He's really trying to turn the tide and change some things with the Chargers.
Agreed.
It's off to a good start. It is, especially with the talent he's trying to bring in and provide for the Chargers. They are a solid football team. As for the Raiders, it's Pete Carroll's first year as Raider head coach since stepping down just 2 years ago. With Geno Smith in at quarterback, who had a very nice debut, over 300 passing yards. Genty at running back. The receivers are very solid. Brock Bowers is good. He's great, actually. Not even good. He's great. He's only in his second year. That defense, it's got some guys, but I don't know how consistent that defense is really going to be for the Raiders. This game could really go either way. Honestly, it could go down to whoever wins possibly time of possession or whoever wins the turnover battle here. But I think I'm going to pick the Chargers to get the victory on the road. Again, it could come down to time of possession or, win the turnover battle. I could see something where the Raiders have the ball game, but something goes down. It could be miscommunication or Geno throws an interception. That's when Herbert and them kind of take advantage.
Or
So
Chargers get a momentum changing sack or whatever.
Yeah. Something, that would just happen with the Raiders. Just like, oh, here we go again when it comes to Raiders fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to finish off the week, I'm going to say the Chargers get the victory. So,
okay.
Guys, that is the week 2 predictions. Let us know your guys' predictions down in the comments below. Supercook, I want to thank you for joining me for the week 2 predictions. It was fun having you, man.
Likewise, man.
Absolutely, brother. So, guys, again, that's the week 2 predictions. Let us know your thoughts and predictions down in the comments. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace.